Hey guys, how's it going? It's James here, and let's talk about OnePlus for a minute. So if the hype's got you all hyped, and you're thinking about upgrading, and you're gonna probably toss your old OnePlus One out of commission, or you're just thinking about not getting one now that the OnePlus 2 is here, well, let me tell you why the OnePlus One is still worth it. So just like the OnePlus 2, you get a 5.5-inch 1080p display. While the text and images may be clearer and sharper on the OnePlus 2, that doesn't mean that your viewing experience is going to be bad on the OnePlus One. You still get a 401 ppi pixel density, you still get great viewing angles from that IPS display, and again, it's 1080p. It's not Quad HD, it's not 2K, but that way you know it's going to save you on battery life. And speaking of battery, it's not a huge jump between the 1 and the 2. The OnePlus One has a 3100 mAh battery, and the OnePlus 2 has a 3300 mAh unit. Now getting into the cameras, both phones have a 13 megapixel sensor. The one on the OnePlus 2 may come with the optic image stabilization, laser autofocus, and a bigger sensor to let in more light, so it'll perform better in low light situations. But that doesn't mean the camera on the OnePlus One is shoddy either. You get a 13 megapixel sensor. You get one of the only smartphones in the market that can shoot true 4K video. And I'm not talking about 4K UHD, I'm talking about 4K DCI. The OnePlus 2 is capable of this, but the software in Oxygen OS will not allow this. Both phones have two bottom firing speakers, which get really loud. I don't know on the OnePlus 2 hands, but from the experience from the OnePlus One, it is very loud. So when you muffle one speaker playing a game in landscape, you can be sure that the other speaker is going to pick up the pace for that one. You like selfies? Well, the OnePlus One has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. It's very good and very sharp, so if you're in selfies, it may not have a front flash, but it's still a good camera for that. Now, there's another important thing I want to touch up on. NFC. So, the OnePlus One has NFC. The OnePlus 2 doesn't. That's because OnePlus decided to kill this feature because they say not a lot of people were using it. Which in a sense is correct, because the whole tap to pay feature has been kind of slow on Android devices, but I personally have been using it, and I find it very useful. I use NFC to connect headphones, to transfer data between people, and to use tap to pay. So that's a very important feature to me, but it's not a deal breaker for me getting the 2, but I'm going to stick with my OnePlus One a little longer. The OnePlus 2 has Oxygen OS, and the OnePlus One can have Oxygen OS, but it comes with CyanogenMod 11s, and why not take the upgrade to CyanogenMod 12? There are a ton more features than there are over Oxygen OS, and I feel personally that Oxygen OS is just too young at this point, so I'd stick with CyanogenMod. It comes with a whole slew of features, gestures, loads of customization, and if you flash a custom kernel, you can get extreme battery life as well. Now, that's not to say Cyanogen isn't going to make a ROM for the OnePlus 2, but between CyanogenMod and Oxygen OS, CyanogenMod is a clear winner for me. Now we're going to talk about aesthetics. The OnePlus One is a beautifully crafted smartphone. There are no hiccups in the design, and that seamless floating type display around the bezel, it just envelops you kind of. Now, security wise, if you have CyanogenMod, there are a lot of other features for security, and even if you don't, there are still a lot of features for security. But the OnePlus One does not have a fingerprint sensor like the OnePlus 2. So, unless you're a huge security freak, which I'm not saying this negatively, then the OnePlus One might not be your bet, and you can go for the 2 if you want. But it's not really a huge reason to make that upgrade. Now, I'm not knocking OnePlus. I love their products, and I am going to pick up the OnePlus 2, but not right now. It just doesn't seem worth it as an upgrade to me just yet. Now, if you're someone who likes to customize their phone, maybe you have a Moto X or a Moto G, and you love the styles that you can customize between them, and the OnePlus One had style swap, but that idea didn't last long. Sure, you get the bamboo, the sandstone black, and the white versions, but that's all you get, because putting on the style swap covers is an extremely tedious process, and it's a lot harder than it is on the OnePlus 2. The OnePlus 2 is just snap, place, and go. It's easy with that, so if you like customizability, then the OnePlus 2 might be your bet. If you really don't care, just throw a skin on it, and I'm pretty sure it'll work for you. The Snapdragon 801 that powers the OnePlus One is not slow. Just scrolling through the UI and browsing different elements, you're not going to see much of a difference, if any, compared to the higher processors like the 810 that powers the OnePlus 2. That Snapdragon 801 combined with the Adreno 330 will give you a marvelous gaming experience. Another reason being the invite system. The OnePlus One doesn't need an invite anymore to get one, and the price has been permanently dropped. You can get a 64GB Sandstone Black for $300 and a 16GB white version for $250. And the OnePlus 2 is still going to need invites, and being as the OnePlus One invite system was kind of horrible, OnePlus said that their invite system for the 2 will not be as bad, but to get one you're still going to need an invite. Hopefully this video helped you guys decide if you were ready to upgrade or if you were thinking about it. And if it did, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe. And if it didn't, you know, leave a dislike. If you have any comments or opinions, I'm interested to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below, so let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Alright guys, if you didn't know my friend Enter, he raps. His rap name is Biggins, and he did a song with his friend Bling Faced called What It's Like. The links will be down in the description. If you like this song from what you've heard so far, make sure you guys download it and go show them some love. To some extent, yeah, they're right, you're a survivor. This is more than just surviving, keep on striving.